Welcome back to Origami Snowman. My name's Matt. Sorry. You should probably do those things before you start recording, Matt. I just literally seconds ago, oh, that was close, mere seconds ago, asked my darling, sweet offspring, Silverblood914, for 3 topics. Anything. And she gave me SpongeBob SquarePants, toast, and VR. My initial response is to try to find a way to make them, to like string them together to see how they're related. But I don't know if I can do that, so let's try it. I don't have another plan. I just really, I'm comfortable and I don't want to get up out of my chair, and so I want to play more desert golf, and so I need something to talk about while I do that. I've already talked about cat names today, and my brain is fried. So let's see how much this empty bucket can hold. It's not an empty bucket; it's got holes in it. If I was more lucid, if my brain was working properly, I would have nailed that metaphor. I would have killed it. Anyway, okay. SpongeBob SquarePants, toast, and VR. So I always find it interesting in SpongeBob how they have they have fire underwater. I always loved that. That was, that always amused me because it was almost like, are they aware? Do they know that they're doing that? Or is it just they're kind of like, is it their own private little joke? Like, yeah, the show's already ridiculous. Let's ignore physics, for funsies. I like that. I like that a lot. And as you know, you can't make a Krabby Patty without, convective heat. I don't know, is it conductive heat, because how are the fryers? How do the fryers work in the Krusty Krab? Are they like gas powered? Are they electric? Do they? Is there a fire underneath? I'm not an expert on SpongeBob SquarePants, so I don't know. There may be an episode where he's, started a fire, like built up a fire underneath the flat iron, the grill. But I don't know. I don't recall seeing that. I may have seen it. I don't recall. But you can't, you can't make a Krabby Patty without clearly a conductive heat source. And that's the cast iron grill that SpongeBob uses. So, the question that I have is, how are they not just, like, why is the water around them not boiling? I'm sorry, I need my ridiculous underwater cartoons to be a little more realistic. No, I'm kidding. I actually quite like SpongeBob. And I like toast. And I like VR. Look at that. Nailed it. Got all 3 things, all 3 topics are related. We do have a VR headset. I don't remember, a Quest. I don't know if it's a Quest 2 or a Quest 3.14. I don't know which one it is. We got it a couple years ago for Christmas. My mother-in-law thought the kids needed to be cyborgs, and I agree. They could use a little more computer in their brains. So I don't think we've ever bought anything for our VR. We've never actually purchased any games. We play the free ones, like the Beat Saber. That's actually really fun. I for a while that was part of my regular exercise routine. That was how I got my cardio in. And I'm going to be honest, yeah, it was good for me. I lost some weight. I enjoyed it. It helped with my, my cardio. It was good. It kept me, it's important. Exercise shouldn't be it shouldn't be a burden. Try to find something you enjoy. Now, if you're taking advice from me, keep in mind that it's 11 o'clock on Good Friday and I'm still in my pajamas. I had eggs and ham and a big old thing of coffee. So, not a health guru, but I do know that if I'm going to exercise regularly, it needs to be something that I enjoy. And Beat Saber I liked it a lot. It's basically fight dancing, but, it looks cool because of, cyborgs. Oh boy, we're at another one of these holes here. Another thing to avoid, probably, if you're trying to lose weight, is toast. Like, sometimes you need bread. Sometimes you need bread. Like, if you're making a sandwich, you can make a sandwich without bread, obviously. Like, you can have a wrap, like a lettuce wrap or something like that. But sometimes, you're in a hurry and you're like, I gotta make the sandwich and I gotta get out of the house and go, and if you have to eat bread sometimes, save it up. Don't waste it on toast. Toast is like a breakfast snack. Like if you're having eggs or if you're having a bowl of cereal, like for real, toast is just kind of one of those extra things. Now I'm not including bagels in that. Bagels are a meal all there. Why do I keep trying the exact same thing over and over and over? Okay, let's get up in the thing and then we're gonna try to lay up. We're gonna try to just swoop over the. That was a basketball term. I'm not good at basketball either. Oh, nailed it. Oh, so good. So SpongeBob, I remember when SpongeBob was first kind of out and about, there were a lot of people who were really, really concerned. They were really upset. They didn't think SpongeBob set a very good example for their kids. I would disagree. 100% I would disagree. Watch SpongeBob. Pay attention to what he does. Pay attention to primarily how he treats other people and his attitude. For the most part, he is a very positive character. He's kind to people. He's very much about inclusivity. Even like someone who has a track record of being abusive to him, Squidward, his neighbor, he loves him. He adores him. He would never, ever want anything but the best for Squidward. Squidward is quite the opposite with SpongeBob. He hates SpongeBob, but SpongeBob never, ever, ever lets Squidward's bad attitude influence him. Sometimes maybe he'll let an unkind word hurt his feelings, which I think is also very good because it shows kids that our words have consequences. But SpongeBob himself, he's very kind. He's very friendly. And when he gets angry, my daughters think he sounds like Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins. And so now I can't listen to Bullet with Butterfly Wings without hearing SpongeBob. So thanks a lot, ladies. Appreciate that. So SpongeBob, as much as he does sound like screaming Billy Corgan when he's angry, I think he's actually a really good role model for kids because of his approach to life. He loves life. He embraces joy and he works hard. He's a very hard worker. He wants to do a good job and he finds great satisfaction in doing a good job. That's terrific. How many adults do you know are as excited to go to work as SpongeBob? And he works in a fast food place. Yeah, he does. He works his butt off. He does a great job. Don't you wish that there was somebody working at every McDonald's who had the drive and the passion that SpongeBob has? Wouldn't that be amazing? You go ahead and tell me that he's not a good example. Find one thing he does that is absolutely abhorrible. Not adorable, because he really is. He is adorable. But no, he's a terrific guy. He loves animals. I mean, he is an animal, but he goes jellyfish fishing, right? And when he catches them, he releases them. He loves them. He's in it for the sport, not for the trophy. And he's great. He's just terrific. And how many times has he failed his driving test? Does he give up? No, he does not. He goes for what he wants. He is tenacious and he is not a quitter. Find a better example for your kids. But how is he related to Toast in VR? I just don't know. I don't know. I think Silverblood stumped me without even meaning to. Good job, kid. Toast. Let's talk about Toast real quick because we got a long way to go. We still got 23 holes before I can quit. Toast. I'm not I I will toast my bread. If I'm making a sandwich, I will typically toast my bread because bread, white bread especially, likes to, kind of stick to the roof of your mouth. I don't like that. I don't like spending all of my lunchtime like unclogging the roof of my mouth. I don't like it. It's if you've ever caulked a tub and you get too much caulk and you're trying to wipe it away, it just ends up everywhere. And that's kind of how it is with white bread on the roof of your mouth. You just like you end up picking more out and then you eat. It's frustrating. So I find that the best way to combat that unpleasant mushy bread texture is to toast your bread just lightly, very lightly, just to crisp it up a bit. Like you drop the setting down to almost all the way to the bottom. It works. Oh, that was almost a perfect hole in one. So I think that I do toast my bread for most things. But the bread itself matters. Like I don't like whole grain bread. I don't like the texture. And people say, "Oh, you can't tell the difference." I'm telling you, texture is such a big part of my eating experience. It really is. There are certain things that I don't eat for the flavor. I eat just for the texture, for the nice little mouthfeel when you bite into it. Brownies are one. I love brownies, but most of the reason I eat a brownie is just that mouthfeel, that texture. It's just there's just enough there's just enough like tension when you bite in. Oh my. That you need the right amount of pressure. I don't like cakey brownies, I like fudgy brownies. So that's why if I make brownies, I always like kind of undercook them by about a minute. Just yeah, you're running that salmonella risk, but it's worth it. I'll take a gut parasite any day for that texture. And I think that wheat toast texture, I just don't like it. It's the same reason I don't like like whole grain pasta or the wheat pasta. I just don't like it. Another kind of pasta that is, it's fine if you're like I just need to eat and go. It's fine, but for texture and kind of for taste, chickpea pasta not great. If you have a gluten sensitivity, it's a fine substitute. But I don't know. I just can't get. I'm never satisfied. I never feel like I'm actually eating pasta when I eat chickpea pasta. So certain types of bread toast really, really well. White bread toasts well. Bagels. I actually really, I don't usually eat bagels, but when I do, I always wonder, why don't I eat more bagels? And the reason is because it'd be dangerous. Because that's a great mouthfeel. It's like a whole journey. You've got the toasted like inside of the bagel, like the part where you cut it, the flat edge, and then you've got like the very smooth outer crust part. That's a whole different experience. And then once you bite into it, it's that chewy middle, and then whatever you put on it, like the butter, if you do like an everything bagel, or if you like cinnamon raisin, it is a whole adventure. It is a journey. And then I talked enough about SpongeBob. I've talked enough about toast. I talked a lot about VR, but I'm gonna say this: we got that VR thing, and I don't often see the kids using it. If I do see them using it, I'm always a little surprised because I'd forgotten we had it. But Beat Saber's fun. I once got very nauseous on the little roller coaster thing. If you're standing up, that's fine, but don't ask me to sit down. For some reason, sitting down makes me very ill. And I think part of that, there's a control thing. Normally when I'm in a vehicle and it's moving, I am the one behind the wheel. And I anticipate things and I can, my innards can shift, instinctively. But if I'm, like on that little VR roller coaster thing, there's just enough of a timing disconnect. I mean, and it's nanoseconds. But it's for some reason my brain, since my brain is the source of the spatial movement. Like I'm not actually moving. I know that, but my brain thinks I should be. So it has to look what's happening, and then it has to convince my innards that that's in fact what is happening. But it's that tiny little nanoseconds of disconnect where I see it and I don't feel it immediately, and then I do feel it. I think that's what really makes me nauseous. I think it's that just minor disconnect. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just getting old and my body don't work good no more, and it doesn't like all this newfangled technology. What's wrong with phonographs and horse-drawn carriages? Why can't we do things the way I did when I was a boy? Whatever. So, yeah, SpongeBob, terrific. Toast, problematic but terrific. VR has its place. Quite a lot of fun. In fact, I think when I'm done here, I might go see about playing some Beat Saber. I haven't done that in a long time. Wonder if they got some new songs uploaded. They had a whole Lizzo pack that I was like, ooh, that would actually be really fun. Lizzo's dynamite. Say what you will. I quite enjoy it. Somebody said she writes rap for middle-aged white women. That is not true. She also writes rap for middle-aged white men. And we thank you, Lizzo. You are just dynamite. Come on, get in there. Nope, never mind. Oh, my goodness. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to stop right here. I'm going to stop here and start fresh on the next one. I shouldn't have hit that. I should have stopped. I was in a great place. I got to get better at timing my landings. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. And hope to see you in the next one. Thanks. Goodbye.